Today we're talking about the benefits of breastfeeding. Well, that's easy. There aren't any. So humans are mammals, arguably the cutest of all the mammals at birth. Also arguably the most useless. Cats, dogs, whales, they all kind of come out walking and talking and able to run from danger and stuff. Human babies come out a little bit early in terms of development, we think, because of the brain to body size ratio. We've got brains that are a lot bigger than other mammals, and if we waited until we were ready, we'd be giving birth to 3-month-old. So think about it this way. If your baby comes out a little early, let's say the development is not quite where we would want it to be, fools can't walk yet, right? So essentially, your mammaries take over the job the placenta had and are now responsible for providing all of those building blocks to the new baby. So it's not that there's any benefits to breastfeeding your baby or providing them with your milk. It's the biological norm. It's what's expected to happen for optimal, normal, standard development. It's that there are risks to not using them. In fact, we've got this really cool organ, especially in childhood, where it's a little bit more important, called the thymus gland. It sits back here. It's basically where your immune system is centered. It goes on to become the foundation for your immune system for the rest of your life. In children who don't receive their parents' milk, they actually have a thymus gland that is half the size of their breastfed peers. You can just imagine what this means in terms of their ability to fight infection even into their 50s, 60s, 80s, death. So yeah, we could do the thing where we sit and talk about the benefits of breastfeeding your kid and how it's going to keep you from getting certain cancers and minimize your baby's risk of coming up with all kinds of fun diseases and illnesses like asthma and potentially certain childhood cancers and autoimmune conditions later on in life. But if we're going to be honest about it, it's not that breastfeeding does anything to prevent those things. It's that not breastfeeding, once again, kind of puts your risk for developing those things at a much higher rate. The other thing to keep in mind is that human milk, the importance of it, the effects of it, is dose dependent. So yeah, what you do for a month or two is really important. If all you can do is breastfeed for the first day, that's fantastic and you should be tremendously proud of yourself. But for every 6 months that you breastfeed, you now set these benefits or these effects that the human milk has in terms of development and protection to the parent at a much higher level. One of the absolute coolest things that the mammaries can do is take information from the saliva from the child when they're latched on and use that information to figure out what that kid needs help with in terms of their immune system function. So, funky new germ in the room, within a couple of hours of breastfeeding that baby, the antibodies to that germ are going to be in the milk. As a parent, we have to take calculated risks all day, every day. Was it the wisest thing for me to turn my 1-year-old forward-facing in her car seat? Maybe not. Probably wouldn't do it again now that I know what I know. Probably also wasn't the wisest thing to let them literally just eat a bag of chips for lunch last week. We do the best we can with what we've got, and sometimes mommy's sanity is a little more important than what's going into their bodies. It is, however, really important to keep in mind that the language that we use around how we feed our babies is really important. Human babies are not ready to be here. They need the help to finish their development. No shame, y'all. So no, it is not easy to breastfeed, chest feed, nurse your baby. I could argue that it is one of the hardest things that I have ever done, and I do this for a living. But the reality is, no one's here trying to shame anybody into or out of anything. The reason those of us who are committed to this work as hard as we do is because we know the importance of it, and the milk is medicine. And there is no point, regardless of what your mother-in-law would like you to believe, at which your milk suddenly stops being useful in that way. You breastfeed that kid until they're 14 years old or heading off to college, you will still be providing them with all the antibodies they need to all the crap in their environment. So today's takeaway, human milk isn't better for your baby, it's necessary for their normal development. And the longer you do it, the stronger the effects. Hey Kai!
What?
Did you need a little booby?
Who does that? Ew!
Can't blame a girl for trying. If you like that milky pearl of wisdom, go ahead, like and subscribe. Check us out on Instagram or on our website.